Jungkook curled in Taehyung's arm after playing a long duration, and he wrapped his arms around him while patted his back. He turned toward me and spoke in a low voice. Cook, I hummed. Jungkook's milk. I remember immediately. I'll arrange that. I'll arrange that within a few minutes. He nodded his head. After 10 minutes, the attendant knocked on the door, and I went to open the door. I thanked him and closed the door. I forwarded the bottle to tea, and he dropped a drop of milk on his finger. Too hot, they mumbled, and keep it aside to cool it down. Will you not have your dinner? I asked, as if it was almost 10. They shook his head. I'll ask them for the room service. Don't worry, I said, and he nodded his head at this turn. We had our dinner in the room itself. By that time, Cook drank his milk. We shifted to the bed as Cook closed his eyes to sleep, and Theung was patted his chest. We lied on the bed, and Cook was in between us. We both were facing each other. How do you feel, Dee? I asked. I'm fine now, Cook. Really? They smiled. Enjoy it at the beach? They nodded his head. Very much. They paused for a second, and then spoke. Do you know, Jungkook? It was my first time outside of Seoul, I said, and Jungkook looked at me in surprise. They said, and I was shocked. Why? They inhaled and replied, no one took me out for a vacation. What kind of family they has? His uncle is the biggest culprit of ruining his life. I swear, I would have destroyed him if he wasn't his uncle. They, can I ask you something? He nodded his head. Your uncle, I mean, why is he like that with you? I could see the eyes were turned a little moist. I don't know, Jungkook. He just didn't like me because I'm his brother's son. And after my appa, he has to take my responsibility. My heart felt a shrinkage, a tear rolling down for the eyes. More tears would start falling down from the eyes, and I couldn't stop myself any further. I shifted Cook a little more toward my place, and I stood up to go toward the young side. They shifted a little to give me a place, but instead of sitting there, I lied down beside Tay and pulled Young toward me to place his chest on my chest. This feels so different, so different. They didn't resist. They gave up and immediately held my torso with his hand while he was crying in my embrace. I kissed the back and mumbled, share your life with me there. I'm all ears tonight. Share your everything with your husband. They lifted his head and looked at my eyes, nodded my head in assurance. They hid his face again in my embrace, and my heart started pumping blood fast. My family, they're just my aunt and Nuna. Who cares about me? You know that. I nodded my head. I know. You care about them too a lot. But they're the one who never got care love. I was confused. Although I know that they are not treated right in a home. They they never got the love of their husbands. Never. They fisted his finger upon my shirt. I was taken aback. How can a man fall to that level? How? The hiccups start began to hide. Continuously sob. Calm down, they. Calm down. Breathe. They inhale deeply against my chest and start speaking again. Not only Aunt Nona faced the same. You to beat her and never allow her to go outside. He he's so bad cook, worse than my uncle. I know about Yuji, everything. He's a he if this time he touched me, and it was on his wedding night. My blood boiled, but I calmed myself down because they was crying in my arm. I tried to complain about him to my uncle, but he slapped me, stopped me and said that I'll ruin their reputation. I'm sorry, Dave, but your uncle is the worst person I have ever crossed. I wasn't able to stop myself. They fisted his finger more tightly, and this time I held the hand and intertwined it with mine. Nuna tried to stop Yuji when she catch him misbehaving with me, but he threatened her, so I took a step back and kept silent. I wanted Nuna safe. My breath was turning sharper, and my jaw was tired. Why can't I just kill that man? I then wasn't able to speak further because of his cries. I had them more tightly. God knows what kind of pain he must have faced that he isn't able to share it with me. I kissed the back. It's okay, Jay. Don't cry. I'm here with you. After some minutes, he stopped crying, and the hair was still holding mine. I furthered my finger over his ear. Jungkook, this spoke in a low voice. You're, you're so good. I smiled. Why so? Because no one I have made before. He has made me feel the way you do. I guess they hadn't muttered. Really? They nodded his head. I feel so good with you, as if, no matter what, you'll never hurt me. The words reminded me of that incident when I yelled at him a few days ago. I heard thee. I had already hurt him. But didn't I hurt you when I yelled at you that night? Because of our son. That's the difference. And also, I have not seen a single man apologizing to his wife like that. And Tosh is sweet. You accept your mistake. That's a great thing. My uncle and Eugene never did. You're a great gentleman. I laughed softly, tried to cover my mistake. They smiled in reply. I know. You'll never treat me the way my uncle treated my aunt, and Eugene treated my Nuna. I wiped the tears and patted his head lightly until we both slept. Next morning, we were up early. We freshed up and got ready and visited so many places along with my wife and son. By evening, we returned back to our hotel room. The atmosphere was good. We changed our clothes. Pink and purple color were visible in the sky. Gook and they were rested on the bed. I was sitting by the window. Gook were playing with his toys on the bed, while my eyes went on Day, who was using his phone and chatting with someone. I stood up only to settle beside him on the edge of the bed. I just rested my head on the bed, and Day himself shifted closer to me and placed his head on my chest. I blushed, equally happy. I curved my hands around the body, but as soon as Jungkook's eyes fell on us, he tried to separate Day from me. Mama, he cried. What happened, son? I asked in the same tone that I used with him. He started crying and pulled Taehyung toward him. They laughed and shifted a little away from me. He placed Cook in between us. Suddenly, Cook, with his small hand, pushed me away. I looked at Tay and he looked at me. Is is he trying to separate us? I questioned Tay. Maybe. They laughed. He never did that before. Why today? I was so amazed by his actions.